Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new around here. Today we're going to be watching one of my favourite players to watch, one of the most entertaining players that you can find at the highest level in this game. That is of course NWPO, a quickly reset within 10 seconds of this game. So you can expect, well you know what to expect when you see that within 10 seconds of the game. NWPO getting chased down here, he does actually outpace his opponent and gets away from him, who is still chasing him around. NWPO just going to have to watch out here a little bit before he gets demoed, but he does evade the opposition very well. But yeah, NWPO for me, one of the most entertaining players you can watch. I know I say this every time that I do a NWPO video, but he genuinely is just so entertaining to watch. And one of the fastest players as well. But not only that, I feel like over time, he, that's an insane challenge by the way, but over time, his pace obviously he's got even quicker, but I feel like he's getting more efficient as well, you know, because a lot of the time when you first saw NWPO, he would go diving in a lot for a lot of things and it didn't always work out for him. But now, I just feel like he's become so efficient and he's still kept up this absolute raw pace, which is just insane. That's going to be scary when he is released into the 3v3 world. I cannot wait for that day, I really can't. I'm genuinely... Zen, yes, is one of the best. Oh, that's an insane fake from NWPO. I don't know how he's pulled that one off. That is absolutely ridiculous from NWPO. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to watch that again. This is a fake, by the way. I think he went for the block, and then the opposition player was like, oh, NWPO's diving in, I need to get a block myself. And then they just, yeah, NWPO ends up getting one of the craziest fakes I've ever seen right on the opposition goal line. But anyway, I feel like I'm 3-0. I can't even speak right now. I feel like NWPO for me, I'm more excited to see him in freeze than Zen. That might be a bit of a hot take. I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, what? But I don't know what it is. I just feel like NWPO is going to offer so much in freeze. Look at that play alone there. He can take out two players like they're not even there. They might as well not even be in the game. Zen does some insane things, don't get me wrong. And I think Zen is a bigger prospect than NWPO. I just feel like NWPO will just be more exciting, even more exciting than Zen, and Zen will be very exciting, don't get me wrong. And to watch him freeze. NWPO going for a really tight angle double there, not quite getting it on target, but they are 4-0 up in this game. NWPO with 2, there's Onyx as well on the same team as NWPO here with 2 goals himself. And NWPO almost directing his hat-trick there on target, not quite though, as Onyx is going to have to make a touch here, which he does, a very good touch as well. NWPO decides not to go for it, which is surprising for NWPO. I thought he would have gone for that. He does get demoed as well after not going for the ball. Maybe he wishes he did. Zonix here trying to drop down a pass to NWPO, which he does so successfully. And NWPO just absolutely drills it into the right hand side of the goal there. We're 5-0 up in this game on the blue team. And we're just over 2 minutes in. We're not even halfway through. And there's been 5 goals for one team. NWPO absolutely rinsing the opponents at the moment. Absolutely destroying them. And Zonix as well, helping NWPO out. NWPO backtracking for this one with a half flip. He does get back in time. Absolutely slams himself into the post, but actually it kind of helps him get back out into the midfield a bit more. He picks up plenty of pads here. He's got plenty of boost to work with. He's going to allow his opponent to go for this. Probably not the greatest decision, but the shot is initially off target. The follow-up is on target. NWPO there probably just better off challenging instead of turning away. As soon as he turned away, he made it awkward for himself to sort of recover and get the block. He pops it first time. Now he's going to follow the ball up off of the backboard. He absolutely destroys his opponent to the ball, and it's a triangle double to the bottom right corner. There's nothing you can do to stop this man. I want to watch this one again as well. Pops it first time here, goes up quickly here, dusts his opponent to the ball here, and then just... How does he find that angle to the bottom right corner without hitting the post? That is absurd. That is an absurd game from NWPO. Unbelievable. We have 2 more replays as well, which is great. So we're going to go ahead and watch the second one now. Okay, replay number 2 then on board with NWPO, of course. And he's coming up against Charlie B here on the other team, who is a player for Team Vertigo. I believe he's still on Team Vertigo. Actually looking like a really good prospect is Charlie B. But he is coming up against NWPO here, and we know what NWPO can do after watching that first replay. The man is in form, and he never isn't in form, let's be honest. Every time I watch NWPO, he does something crazy. And not just once, but multiple times. He just absolutely... never fails to amaze me, at least anyway, and amaze everybody else I think that watches him. Does go for a pass there. He's not quite going to find his teammate who decides not to go for it. And the correct play was made. And NWPO here Just waiting for the ball to become loose. He was going for the double there. Charlie B definitely had to get a stop or a touch on the ball, which he did so to take it away from NWPO, because it wouldn't have surprised me if NWPO was reading that one, and they're going to put it on target as well. Just backtracking here as NWPO to pick up some corner boost. Decides to fake that one off the backboard. A good fake as well at that. Charlie B gets taken out of the game, and NWPO again fakes the second man. Takes 2 players out of the game. Like, they're not even there to make it 1-0 in this game. Those fakes from NWPO, he makes him look so good. He disguises himself so well, because he goes he pops the ball and he makes it look like he's going to lift the ball even higher, but he actually hides behind the ball so the opponent can't see his car at all, and then just stops boosting and brings the ball back down with himself, and then he ends up taking a player out of the game completely. Just insane stuff, honestly, insane stuff from NWPO so far in this video. And that's a great dunk as well from NWPO to make it 2-0 in this game already. His second goal, just over a minute played. I say just over a minute. We're nearly a minute and a half into this one, and yeah, we're nowhere near the end, but NWPO already popping off in this game. Already got himself 2 goals as well. This might be a goal conceded here though for NWPO. Oh, Isoka somehow gets back. Somehow. I don't think Charlie B needed to make a touch there. I'm not really too sure exactly what happened. It looked like the ball was going in, but NWPO's teammate does get back in time. NWPO here just allowing his teammate a bit more time to get some boost. Plays a double off the side all to himself. Extremely quick wall dash to the point where you couldn't even see it to catch back up with the ball. I advise you go back and watch that. Just that little segment there on the sidewall. He actually wall dashes back to the ball. It accelerates from near enough nothing to supersonic and catches up to the ball with little boost. And that is an insane shot to the top right corner as well. Plenty of power behind it. Before he gets demoed, he just gets that shot off, snipes it to the top right corner. He could see it was wide open. And yeah, just again, absurd plays from NWPO in this replay, and he's through again on goal here. I think Ahsoka may have gotten a bump, actually steals the goal from NWPO there, wants to get on the board himself. NWPO's got a hat-trick. His teammate basically says, look, you got a hat-trick, you don't need any more. And by the way, NWPO's doing this all on 112 ping. That just blows my mind. It blows my mind. It genuinely does blow my mind. Of course, players like Ahmad, TRK, Khalid, extremely impressive when they're doing it, but when NWPO's playing at this pace and outpacing people and reacting as quick as he is, all on this ping, it just amazes me. It genuinely does. Good touch here off the ground. He's going to go up for this, trying to get the double. Actually gets the angle. It's not on target, but Ahsoka's going to move in and get his second goal of the game to make it 5-0. And again, another forfeit coming out from the opponents just over halfway in this game. 5-0 for NWPO and his teammate. Absurd plays all around. I keep using that word, but I think that's the right word to use when you watch this guy. He is unbelievable. Let's head on into the third and final replay for this video. Still on board with NWPO. Ahsoka on the other team this time, and NWPO's got himself a friend here. Ruas is on the same team as NWPO in this game. Maybe future teammates on Rule 1. I don't see why not. As soon as NWPO's ban is up, I believe he probably will be moved into the main role, or the main roster I should say, on Rule 1. But they are going to go 1-0 down in this game. Ruas not able to keep this ball out. Most of the time you'd put your money on Ruas keeping a shot like that out, but not this time. He doesn't win the 50. And they do find themselves 1-0 down. That's a good kick off. NWPO up so quickly for the ball. Doesn't quite direct the shot on target, but does free up some space for Ruas there. Just threatening the bump there, NWPO across the opposition net. And Ruas is able to come away with the ball. NWPO gets demoed just before he can move, and he does get a touch on the ball, but it's not going to amount to anything. He respawns in the perfect place, so Ahsoka with a great pre-jump, to be fair. You could see what NWPO was going to do there way before he did it. Ruas getting bumped off the ball before he can progress any further. And we know Ahsoka's a good player. We just watched him in the previous replay. And let's see if he can stop his old friend NWPO here in this game. Double off the ceiling, and then a double off the backboard for NWPO. And the ball comes down to Ruas, who controls it perfectly. Controls the ball inch perfectly and into the top left corner with a flick. 1-0 in this game. The first goal there for Ruas and NWPO. Took a little bit longer than I expected, honestly, even though it's inside a minute. And NWPO there trying to snipe the top right corner. Does get it past the opponent. Doesn't quite get the top right corner, but Ruas does get the bottom left corner on the follow-up to make it 2-1. And once the goals start coming in for players like Ruas and NWPO, you know it's not going to stop. You're basically just turning the tap on and then leaving it running. That's basically what it is. That's the best way I can explain NWPO and Ruas when it comes to them scoring goals, especially NWPO. Once he gets one, yeah, he's not going to stop. Good save, a good recovery in the net from NWPO, and a good save on the shot from the orange team there. It's a good first time touch. Decides to try and fake it. The opposition player does come in and save Ahsoka there. So I think NWPO probably was going to do him a little bit dirty, to be honest. We're just over a minute and a half in this game, and we haven't seen Ruas and Nalpo score any more goals yet. I know that sounds silly me saying that, but I genuinely expected them just to have like 10 goals already. But not quite. Nalpo moving in here. Ruas does get demoed. Nalpo gets a good 50 though, to be fair. It's going to give Ruas plenty of time to spawn up and get some boost. Nalpo almost sneaking in a goal, to be honest. And there is Ruas swooping in. He pops it high to himself. Doesn't quite get the double that he was looking for off of the corner of the wall, high up there, off the ceiling, off the wall as well, off the backboard I should say. Nalpo now playing a double to himself, not able to direct it anywhere too dangerous for the opposition team, and a good challenge off the ceiling with absolute lightning pace from Nalpo as well, catching the opposition off. He's going to go for this pre-flip shot here, not quite getting it. That would have been absurd if he directed that one in to the opposition net. There's that word again, absurd. Again, it's the best word I can use for the way Nalpo plays and the things he does. Insane pace, beats the opponent to the ball comfortably, and knocks it all into the left-hand side of the net. On the halfway mark, dead on the halfway mark in fact, finding his second goal of the game. And the third goal, sorry, that's his first goal of the game, first goal for Nalpo, but the third goal for his team, him and Ruas, 3-1 up in this lobby, just tripping over each other a little bit there. But Ruas does stick around in the play just to delay the opponents a little bit so Nalpo can get himself some boost, which he has done so. Coming off the backboard here is Nalpo, a really good challenge as well from him. He's looking for a ridiculous tight angle double. Do not put it past Nalpo to find one of those shots on target. Honestly, you can never be too sure with this guy if he is going to miss, because honestly he hits so many of those shots, it is ridiculous. Ruas there sort of getting a half clearance. He does recover and get a full clearance into his own corner and can pick up the boost here and pick up the possession of the ball. And just dribbles it straight to the opponent, but it's not going to be anything too dangerous here from the opponent. They are stuck in the blue corner. It's a good bump from Hisoka, a good attempt to allow his teammate to move in. But Ruas with a decent challenge himself there. Good demo from Ruas as well, and the net is momentarily open. Can he progress the ball quick enough here and get it past the opponent? Not quite, it is blocked out by the opponent. Ruas can't quite get himself a goal. Nalpo with a quick turn on the side, although looking for a double. Again, it does get blocked by the opponents. They're defending pretty well here to keep out Nalpo and Ruas. They kept them at 3 goals, which is honestly not bad going. They're only 2 goals behind in this game. They might get a goal here from an awkward touch from Ruas, but not quite. It is safe. Ruas does get in the way, and Nalpo carrying the ball forward quickly, and the net is wide open, and that is going to be Nalpo's second goal of this game, and the 4th goal for him and Ruas, and a forfeit from the orange team. Well, that was a fun one. That was an entertaining one. I enjoyed watching those replays. I hope you did too. Nalpo, an absolutely ridiculous player. Such a good player, such an entertaining player. The things he pulls off at the speed he does it is just, again, I'm going to use the word one more time, absolutely absurd. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, I would really appreciate it, and subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all very soon.